Good morning, everyone. It is Sunday, October 16th, 2022, and here is your Oracle card reading for the week. But first, we're going to have a little lesson in Norse mythology, and today we're going to talk about the king of the Vanir gods, Njord. Hailing from Vanaheim, the realm of the Vanir gods, Njord led his tribe against the Aesir in the Aesir-Vanir War. In the aftermath of the war, he was exchanged for Honir, an Aesir. The two were held hostage by their former enemies to prevent future conflicts. Eventually, Njord and his children, Freyr and Freya, became accepted and even admired by the Aesir. Their friendship laid the foundation for a lasting peace. Befitting his status as god of wind and waters and master of fishermen's fates, Njord lived by the sea in Notun, meaning the place of boats. Notun offered Njord an ideal perch from which to manage the elements and manipulate them to his liking. The Norse god of wind and waters, Njord was the patron of sailors and fishermen. He also brought wealth to the just and deserving. Out of all the gods in the Norse pantheon, Njord is my favorite. Not only is he a god of wind and water, but he's also an incredible father to his children. And if you ever want to read more about Njord, you should pick up this book. It's called Between Wind and Water, a devotional for Njord. And it is a great book, and I got this on Amazon. I'll put a link in the description below. And, because Njord is my favorite Norse god, I actually carved a depiction of him. This is a 2x4 that I carved, so it's my Njord board. I don't have garden gnomes, but I do have a Njord board. Anyways, I carved him out of a 2x4, and he sits on my little altar off to the side here. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. This is one of my skills. I'm a carver. So, all right. Now it is time to get into our Oracle card reading of the week. Okay, so for today's reading, for the current situation card, we are going to be using the Urban Crow Oracle by M.J. Cullinane. For our Hopes and Dreams card, we're going to be using the Sacred Destiny deck by Denise Lynn. For our roadmap, from our current situation to our hopes and dreams, we're going to be using the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. I'll also be pulling a rune from the Runes deck. And we'll follow it all up with a card from the Prism Oracle deck. It's going to be kind of like our emotional card, our chakra card, that kind of thing. Okay, so for our hopes and dreams, or for our current situation, I'm getting ahead of myself here. Let me give these cards a shuffle here. And while I do that, I'm going to ask my ancestors, my spirits of the house and the land, and all the angels to surround me, protect me, guide me, and to give you something that you need to hear today for this week. Give them a little shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, so our card of the day today for our current situation is Upheaval. Ooh, that's interesting. Upheaval. I feel like a lot of people are feeling like this right now because with the inflation the way that it is, gas prices the way that they are, the cost of living is considerably higher right now. I feel like people are reevaluating whether or not they can stay at their jobs, if their current budget is going to, make ends meet. And they're thinking about upending their lives and doing something different just to survive, So this Makes sense to me right there. Okay, so that's upheaval. Oh, I got a lot of glare going on, don't I? I got some glare going on. Let me see if I can like fix the lighting here and make it a little less glary. That might be a little bit better. I guess we'll find out. Okay, so that's upheaval. For our hopes and dreams card, oops, I dropped one here. I'll put that back in there. Okay, for our hopes and dreams card, again, we're going to be using the Sacred Destiny Oracle. I've already shuffled these. These are big, so I had to shuffle them ahead of time, but let's give them a little extra shuffle. What are our hopes and dreams for this week? Diligence. Oh, diligence, yeah. Yeah, because when your life is in an upheaval and you need to make changes that are necessary, when you find yourself in the midst of that necessary chaos that sometimes happens, you know, it sometimes happens to us because we have to change things. The way to accomplish that is to be diligent. To be diligent and go forward. Don't go out of the flow, stay in the flow. Even if the water seems to be rushing you down the river faster than normal, just be diligent, stay the course, and everything will be okay. But how do we get from upheaval to diligence? Well, let's check our roadmap card by Colette Baron Reed. Let's give that a little shuffle. See what we get here. How do we get from upheaval to diligence, Spirit? All right, that feels right. Intention. Oh, I love that. Intention. Oh, look at that little owl with the dandelion in its mouth on the egg. Oh, that is so cool. Yes, intention. Intention is exactly how we get from upheaval to diligence. We have to have the intention to make our lives better. I mean, you can wish all you want for good and happy things, but unless your intention isn't set to go from upheaval to diligence, if you're expecting the universe to just drop it in your lap for you, it's not going to happen. You have to have correct intention. Your intention for something better must be your focus. Otherwise, nothing's going to happen. It's going to all stay the same. And if you're finding that you need to upend your life so that you can get to something better and you're just expecting things to drop in your lap, it's not going to happen. That's not how the universe works. You know, there's that old saying, God helps those who help themselves. Well, that's perfectly true. You have to set the correct intention. You have to make it known to the universe that this is what you want, this is what you need, and then you act on it. You act on it, and you feel the gratitude for the blessing even before it happens. That's how you set correct intention. So let's take a look at a rune card for this week and see what rune we need to focus in on for the week. We have as our rune of the week, ooh, the 3 rune layout. Oh, wow. What? Wait, we're going to try this again. I forgot to pull the layout card out. Whoopsie. Okay, so let me do this again. All right, Spirit, which rune do we need to focus on? The actual rune this time, thank you. Sorry about that. Oh, Spirit's laughing at me. It's Isa. Isa. A challenge or frustration, psychological blocks to thought or activity, including grievances. a challenge or frustration, psychological block or thought or activity, including grievances. So focus on this today. If you're, and this week, just, like I always say, just put it on a card and put it on your mirror in your bathroom or on your dresser so that you kind of look at this and sort of meditate on it daily. If you have a challenge, if you're facing a challenge or frustration, if your life is being upended and you have some upheaval going on, focus on ISA, set your intention, and be diligent about it. And then lastly, I'd like to pull a prism card. And let's see what Spirit has to tell us through this today. What is our focus? Okay, it is surrender. Surrender, that's perfect. Sometimes you need to not fight change. Even when it's scary, even when it feels like your life is in the midst of an upheaval. Sometimes you just have to surrender and go with the flow. When you fight the force of the river, a lot of times you drown. But when you allow yourself to just go with the flow, even if there's rapids coming up, even if the water's moving fast, surrendering to the will of the divine will take you where you need to go. And you have to have faith in that. You have to have faith in that process. Trust the process. That's been trust the process has been sort of the mantra of the week for so many of us. I've heard it so many times. So, yes, surrender is perfect. This is a white card. So if you're looking at a chakra stone to kind of meditate on and focus in on, this would be the 7th chakra. That's the white one, the clear quartz, which is the crown chakra. That's your spiritual center. That's where you develop all your psychic abilities, and that's where you feel enlightenment and unity. And when you balance this chakra, it helps out your central nervous system, your muscular system, and your skin. So clear quartz is your stone for the week from me. And that is your reading today, you guys. I hope you like this new format. I know I added a few more cards. It's probably elongated it a little bit, but sometimes I feel like this is necessary. This is more information for you guys. So I hope you liked it, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow for a card of the day. And thanks again for watching, everyone. I love you very much. You guys take care. Okay, bye-bye.